Welcome to the WHHI News. I'm Allie McNair, and here's a look at your headlines. Alec Murdaugh, convicted on charges of murdering his wife Maggie and son Paul, now faces federal charges in connection with more than 20 financial crimes. Federal prosecutors accuse the former attorney of diverting clients' money to cover his debts, taking insurance proceeds that belonged to the family of his housekeeper, and funneling stolen funds through a bank account that was made to look like a legitimate business. In response to a separate indictment, Corey Fleming, Murdaugh's law school friend, has agreed to plead guilty to commit wire fraud in the $4 million theft from Gloria Satterfield's insurance settlement. Fleming could be sentenced to a maximum of 5 years in prison. Well, one way to slow down growth of the Lowcountry is to raise the fees for building new homes. Beaufort City Council has voted to raise the fees for the new construction of an average-size house in that city by 375%. The millions of dollars collected would be used for parks, transportation, and library services. Beaufort County's been trying to get its towns to raise their fees because of the increased cost of services. Now, builders putting up a single-family residence of 2,500 to 3,000 square feet in Beaufort have paid less than $1,200 in fees. Now they'll face fees of nearly $5,500. The state legislature is done with the controversial new abortion debate, but members still have to agree on a budget, something that has not yet been settled. But it isn't facing the kind of pressure the federal government faces with the debt ceiling. State lawmakers have until July 1st to approve the budget, which is expected to be about $13 billion. But they've agreed to keep spending at this year's levels if they don't finish their New Deal by then. It's not known exactly what the House and Senate Conference Committee can't agree on, but spending on a new veterinary school for Clemson and money for science and math programs at USC and its medical school are believed to be the sticking points. A bipartisan bill passed and signed quietly more than a week ago will allow 19 local governments, including Hilton Heads, to use accommodation tax money for affordable housing efforts. Lowcountry State Senator Tom Davis sponsored the legislation that will allow local governments to use up to 15% of their tax collections on workforce housing. Hilton Head's Town Council has already committed to spend at least $1 million a year on housing efforts, much of which could come from the new tax law. Previously, tax money could only be used on tourism-generating issues. Accommodation taxes run into the hundreds of millions of dollars in the state's $29 billion tourism industry. Well, the state of South Carolina is owed more than $102 million in back taxes. That from the Department of Revenue, which made the list of top delinquent taxpayers, both individuals and businesses, public this week. The hope is that some of those individuals or businesses who owe close to $62 million in taxes, that's individuals owe up to $62 million, and some of the businesses that owe over $42 million will pay up. Now, if you want to see if you know anyone on that list, you can go to the Department of Revenue on the state's website. For information on these stories and more, please go to the news sources you see on your screen, and be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you have a story idea, email us at news@WHHI-TV.com. And now with our sports, here's Justin Jarrett.
Hey, it's time for Last Night in the Lowco on WHHI, powered by LowcoSports.com. It's not high school football season yet, but for the next few days, it kinda is. LowcoSports.com's Wes Kerr was out at the tank last night to check out May River High School's spring game and get a sneak peek at the Sharks under first-year head coach Richard Bonneville, who noted the energy and accountability of his young squad as the team prepares for a challenging 2023 season ahead. Bonneville is just the second head coach in Shark history, replacing Rodney Summers, who was there since the program's inception. Wes has a full report over on the Lowco Media YouTube channel. The SCJGA Match Play Championships continued Wednesday at Congaree Golf Club, and 2 Lowco standouts made it to the final match. Hilton Head Prep star Bridget Wilkie rallied to win her semifinal match against top-seeded Ella Stalvey in 19 holes after being down 3 with 6 holes to play, and she was up 2 with 4 to play in the championship match before Columbia's Caroline Hawkins won the next 2 holes to pull even and edged Wilkie on the first extra hole to take the title. Hilton Head Christian Academy star Gabe Schmitz continued his terrific play with 2 more wins Wednesday, taking down Charleston's Lucas Acevedo 4-3 in the semifinals after a 3-2 win in the quarters. Schmitz was trying to keep the boys' title in the Lowco when he took on Rowan Sullivan of Charleston in the championship match this morning. For Lowco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Lowco.
Justin, thanks a lot. Maria Soden joins us now with the weather.
Thanks, Allie. Yep, so taking a look ahead, we are going to see showers here and there throughout the holiday weekend, but nothing too crazy. No crazy thunderstorms on our radar so far. But taking a look at Friday, we are going to see high winds with the gusts getting up to, if not past, 40 miles an hour. We are going to see periods of rain throughout the day and in the evening, but again, it's going to be scattered showers here and there, and then we may see a thunderstorm later in the evening as well. Taking a look at the temperatures, Hilton Head's going to have a high 72, a low of 64. Bluffton's going to have a high 73, a low of 63. And Buford's going to have a high 72 and a low of 63. The sunrise for Friday is going to be at 6:19 and sunset's going to be at 8:21. Taking a look at the beach tides, low tide is going to be at 10:10 a.m. and high tide is going to be at 2:51 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week and into the weekend, Saturday is going to be high winds again going past 40 miles an hour, so do be careful. It's going to be sunny to partly cloudy again with scattered showers here and there throughout the day and into the evening. Highs are going to go down into the 60s and lows in the 50s. Come Sunday, it's just going to be cloudy with a passing shower during the day. Then it should be clearing up by the evening. Highs are in the 70s, lows in the 50s. And then come Monday, it's going to be cloudy with scattered showers here and there throughout the day. Highs in the 80s, lows in the 60s. That's it for today. Let's head it back to the desk.
Thanks a lot, Maria. When we come out, how is the sea turtle nesting season doing on Hilton Head Island? We'll let you know.